sorry to bring back bad memories, but we haven't talked to you since the Olympics. Just what was like that whole fallout like? Is you obviously had to bow out last second there.
I would say it's a good memory. I won't say it's a bad memory. It definitely sucked for one, not to go, but I couldn't. That's out of everybody's control. It could have happened to anybody. It was an exciting opportunity for sure. That Sean Ford and Jerry Colangelo, kind of granted me, and I was a part of USA basketball since I was 15, and to have that opportunity to play on the national team was a dream come true. Not everybody has that opportunity, and not everybody is given that. And so many players are more than deserving of being on the team. It's very tough to pick 12 guys to go over there and win a gold medal for your country. So I was just thrilled to be a part of the team. I was honored for the role I had, and for the things I was able to contribute. During the exhibition time. I'll have an opportunity in the future, hopefully in Paris, to be able to go in the next 3 years. So I keep it alive. But on the flip side, I had a lot of family adversity during that time too. That I was able to actually be with my family during that time. So it was a blessing in disguise in a lot of ways. So that's why I said it was a good memory, not bad.
Brad, kind of going off of that, how do you feel going into this season? Where are you as a player, as a leader on this team, and like you said, as a kind of a family man as well?
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. It's definitely fun to be able to get back to normal a little bit. It's a fun year for us. We have pretty much a new team, a lot of new faces, new coach, new system. So I'm definitely excited for the changes we'll have, and I'm excited for the depth that we have at each position now too. So it's an exciting year. Definitely bummed to lose Russ, who's we all know he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But at the end of the day, to be able to see the pieces we got back, the depth and the experience too, I think that'll help us out tremendously moving forward. So, definitely will be some adjustments along the way. Everything won't be glitter and gold, obviously, when we come out the gate, but I think I like the pieces we can work with for sure.
And sorry, I do not want to ask this question. Are you vaccinated?
Oh, I am not vaccinated. No, I'm not.
Do you care to share why?
Personal reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please get this out of my hand.
Brad, with the off season being so short, I know you guys, you in particular, every off season work on something to improve your game. So with the off season being as short as it was, what was it that you were working on to come back this year as even a better player?
I really focused on my body because I played a lot of basketball this summer, from the season right into USA, and then obviously not being able to go, but I still was putting some miles on my body during the summer and then having to jump right back into working out after COVID and not being able to work out for a week or two. So that was tough too. So I think more than anything, just getting my body back, to the shape it was in at the end of the year and throughout the year. My game is all about confidence. Obviously, I continue to work on it and continue to, try to perfect the things that, that help me have success on the floor. But a big part of that is my body and my availability. So as long as I'm on the floor, I feel like I'm confident I can do a lot of things out there.
Brad, how do you think you've changed as you're so much a leader on this team now? I mean, Tommy mentioned the other day that even coaching your AAU team change your approach or thoughts. Just how have you changed as you prepare for the season?
Well, I've always told coaches this, like I have a newfound respect for them in coaching because my kids drive me nuts. So it's definitely fun to be on that side and also not fun because I'm like, okay, I see why coach is yelling at us. I see why he's like, okay, you guys don't get it. But at the same time, it's propelled me for this position. I'm a young old head, like if that makes sense. This is year 10 for me, so I'm definitely excited about the experience I have and the knowledge that I can just pass down and instill the guys. And we have guys who've won rings on our team now too. So we put all that together. It's not just me just running the ship. We have a lot of guys who are vocal leaders who have won too. So I respect that part of it and everybody's ability to contribute to our team. So I'm looking forward to the shoes I have to fill. They're definitely big ones, but I think I've prepared myself for the last 10 years for this for sure.
Good morning, Brett. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Two-part question.
Mm.
With you being the leader of this team and whatever the NBA mandates and guidelines are going to come back, do you feel any pressure to be vaccinated, to be available for your team? And the second part, is there any scenario in your mind in which you do plan on maybe getting vaccinated?
One, I don't feel pressure. I don't think you can pressure anybody to making a decision about their body or what they put into their body. And I mean, we can have this conversation about a lot of different topics besides vaccines too. But yeah, you can't necessarily force anybody or, kind of, say it's time for a vaccine. I think you kind of let people come into their own about it. They do their research when they feel comfortable. They do it. I definitely think about it for sure. I mean, with the guidelines that the league makes and everything that the protocols are doing, they kind of make it difficult on us to where they kind of force us in a way to want to get it. But, at the end of the day, I talk it over with my family and we make a decision that we think is best for us, just like the rest of the world.
We talked to Tommy a few times this offseason, and during one of those sessions, he said that the moment he can offer you a new contract, he will. It's the same stance he had last time. Just as you get closer to that date, how are you feeling? How's the feel side of this?
It's the same as always. It's always going to be, what is he going to do? What is he? I leave that to Mark and Tommy and Ted. Like you guys figure it out. I come out here and hoop and do what I do. Obviously, I have some say so in that, but I don't worry about it. I know it's coming up in a few days, but my biggest thing is getting us off going to a good start. We worry about the contract and the money and all that later. I'll let them deal with it when the time comes, for sure. I got all year to sign it too, so I'm not in a rush.
Smart man, we have to figure it out. You're just like smiling at us. Brett, you've got a lot of guys on this team who you not necessarily don't know super well, but have relationships with around your kind of same age. So you came up together. What do you feel like so far? Can you tell the identity of this team? What's it going to be like? How's the chemistry developing from that kind of point of view?
I think that's what we have to figure out, honestly. Like you said, I haven't played with a lot of the guys, but playing against them and, us kind of jumbling the team together. Like you can kind of have an idea of what we can be like and the type of team we can be. We'll definitely be athletic. We'll be fast. We'll be a push to pace type team. Definitely athletic. We have versatility at, multiple positions. So it's very curious to see what our true identity will be. Obviously, I know Coach Unseld wants to emphasize a strong defensive presence better than what we had. And I know he's a genius on the defensive end too. So, we're just excited for that part of it, but it'll be an adjustment. It won't be, like I said before, just picture perfect from the get-go. We'll have to figure that out as we go.
Speaking of Coach Unseld, what kind of conversations have you had with him leading up to this point, and what do you think about the team going forward with him as the leader of the group?
One, I'm excited for him. I'm excited for the opportunity he gets. It's his first go at it, and he's definitely put in the time and the work, and he has the credibility for it. So in that realm, I'm more than happy for him, and he has an opportunity to come to a place where his father was, a big, huge, forefather of this organization. So that's definitely exciting for him, and I'm excited for the opportunity he gets to be able to grow his own wings outside of his dad. Yeah, I mean, he's a great down to earth guy. He's very humble, soft spoken, and but at the same time, I guess he has a little fire to him. He has a little fiery edge to him. So I'm definitely excited to work with him. To play for him and definitely be coached by him. So, hopefully we can get this thing going and keep it going for sure.
Coach Unseld mentioned, we appreciate so much your defense.
I think it's because I'm on Zoom.
There's so many shooters or more shooters on this roster now, Mike.
Oh no, only the host can share it because screen mirroring is considered.
Curious about your take on that.
Oh, he's 100% right. I won't have to be able to make every play.
Just got another vaccine one, sorry. It's, after press conferences last year, you always encouraged people to mask up, and it seemed like you took COVID very seriously. Mm-hmm. So, people would say that to take COVID seriously, like just get the vaccine. I know it's a personal decision and all, but are you surprised that the way, I guess, what's like the justification there, or like, how do you kind of manage that, like still taking COVID seriously, but just not getting the vaccine, and then also this idea of like, with NBA players, I don't know if you read the Rolling Stones article over the weekend, but that there seems to be like, for lack of a better word, an anti-vax herd among NBA players.
I don't give a damn about the herd or whatever it is. Every player, every person in this world is gonna make their own decision for themselves. I would like an explanation to, people with vaccines. Why are they still getting COVID? If that's something that we are supposed to highly be protected from, like, it's funny that, it reduces your chances of going to the hospital. It doesn't eliminate anybody from getting COVID, right? So is everybody in here vaxxed? I would assume, right? So you all can still get COVID, right?
We're less likely to die or go to the hospital.
Okay, but you can still get COVID, right? So, and you can still pass it along with the vax, right?
So
I'm just asking the question.
Oh, for sure. And so like having COVID back around the Olympics, like that, basically you're saying like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but did having it change your opinion one way or another? Like, did it kind of reemphasize, I don't need the vaccine because of that?
No, that wasn't the case. I mean, yeah, I had it, but that doesn't mean I can't get it again, I mean, it's no different than somebody with the vaccine. Like, yes, I developed the antibodies for it, so my chances will be less likely now as well, right? But it's still a possibility I may get it. Just like there are players and coaches and staff who are vaxxed and missing camp right now because of it. So
We'll take some questions from Zoom, Neil.
Hey, Brad, good to see you. Pop and Draymond and people were calling you after they won the gold medal, congratulate you for what you were able to provide and help in that facet. Tommy described you as, you were going to take a very defensive standpoint on that team. What are some of the things you learned from there that you think that you might be able to implement here with the Wizards now?
Man, it's tough. I mean, it's like, and that's two different teams. It's kind of like not fair in a lot of ways because you're comparing an all-star team to, regular NBA teams. You can't, the mentality and the approach to them are totally different. Obviously, you respect every, star that is there, their approach and their leadership and how everybody is able to sacrifice and take a step back for the man next to them. Like, everybody on that team was able to score 30 points, but we didn't need everybody to score 30. So everybody can go get 10 assists, 10 rebounds, but we didn't necessarily need everybody to do that. So on that scale, it was just, more or less kind of really getting a feel for, how it is playing with other stars, other guys who are really good and talented, and how do we sacrifice for the benefit of the team and coming together to win. Obviously you have that within your teams in the NBA, but at the same time, our team is we're built up a little bit different than USA team, but I definitely carry over some of the, the leadership qualities and just attention to detail from Coach Pop and just a lot of the other guys and how they approach the game. Like, you definitely respect that and you try to implement them into your own, for sure.
Out of curiosity, do you know if you might be receiving a medal, and or if not, what it means to you that, people are reaching out and say, hey, thank you?
I will not receive a medal. That's a rule. I didn't play a game in the Olympics, so I respect that 100%. And there's no ill will from me. Like, I'm not pissed off about it. I'm not mad. It's out of my control. It's out of everybody's control. Because like I said before, on the backside, it was a blessing in disguise in a lot of ways. And so, I won't get one, but I'm definitely happy for the team, and it meant the world to me to hear from Pop, hear from Jason, hear from Draymond, hear from all the other guys, and them be excited for me like I was there. So that was definitely cool, though, for sure.
Thanks, Brad.
Christy?
Hey, Brad, good to see you again. When you are trying to focus in on the identity of the team, how does it correlate to maybe having a baby and not having the name ready until the baby is born, and then you see the personality of the child, and then you can evolve from there in terms of the actual identity? How do you compare that to what the team is going through right now in terms of nailing down what you want as the team's identity?
I mean, that's tough. I mean, because in a way, that's kind of how we are. It's like we're not babies, but that's a good analogy to have. We kind of have to figure it out, how it is on the floor. You can't just necessarily just, throw a lot of talented guys together and think it'll work, So there has to be, obviously, we have to respect coaches, his staff, one, and then two, his system. We have to respect everything that he wants to put in and implement into our team. And we have to buy into that. I think that's the other key. As long as we buy into that, I think we'll be able to find, our identity relatively quickly, and that's the reason for preseason and these exhibition games, and camp, for us to be able to, figure that out, on a day-to-day basis and challenge each other, in practice, and then, on the court, build that camaraderie to take it out on another team. So it'll be some time. I'll go with the baby approach, Christy.
And just one last thing from me, with Wes Unseld Jr. holding the reins as the head coach, what do you see from him? I know he was here 10 years ago. Was that your rookie year? Did you guys overlap at the beginning when you came here to DC?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. No, I think he was gone when I got here.
Okay. But just with that, just when you said you're an old young head, or a young old head, whatever you said, is it about the coaching of the AAU teams, or is it about fatherhood that you were talking about when you said kids don't really understand what I'm saying?
Coaching. It's
Okay.
coaching. It's my boys understand more than my AAU kids do. My AAU kids are frustrating sometimes. No, it goes both ways. No, my boys give me a hard time too. But I mean, I'm 28 years old. This is year 10 for me. That's kind of a young old head, in a lot of ways. I have a lot of years, but I'm still young. I still have a lot of fight and game left in me. So I'm excited in that realm, and I don't treat myself as a young guy. I'm very mature. I feel like I'm mature, and it'd definitely be an adjustment, being called the OG and being called the oldest guy on the team and all that, but it's what I've prepared myself for. I feel like, learning over the years from John and Trev and Drew Gooden and Al Harrington and all my vets and Jared Dudley and all these guys, these guys were my vets, and I had great vets that I can, learn, that I had the opportunity to learn from, and now I can instill that stuff into my own team. So I'm excited.
Thank you.
Hey, B.
G Money.
How you doing? Hey, you mentioned that you worked a lot on your body this summer from a skill standpoint, and you played a lot of hoop. From a skill standpoint, anything specific that you worked on, whether it was your range, your three ball, your ball handling? You've gotten better every year with specific skills, and obviously you're at an elite level right now, but what are some of the the basketball stuff that you worked on?
Honestly, everything. Me, I always feel like nothing's perfect. I always want to improve everything, ball handling, but I would say I paid a lot of attention to my range, and trying to extend it. I face a lot of double teams and traps and overloaded defenses, and so one way to keep them honest is, one, shooting deep threes, and two, getting off the ball earlier. So working on my reads and pick and rolls, and obviously having Coach Unseld put us in positions will definitely help too. But I'm definitely been working on the range and ball handling and constantly improving the game. Nothing's perfect, G. You know me. Everything has to keep getting better.
Gotcha. Hey, B, depth obviously is an important factor. You've been here for a while. And on paper, with the moves that they've made based on the Russell Westbrook trade, this looks on paper like a real deep team. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, because chemistry is a hard thing to put a finger on, and with every NBA team. But it looks like, you got shooters, you got rebounders. Is this the deepest team, or one of the deepest teams that you've played on since you've been here?
Oh, for sure. It definitely is. And like you said, I've said it earlier, like we have depth, like we have playmakers, we have shooters, we have bigs, but we can't just throw it out there and think it's going to work. We have to figure it out, how we mesh and how we gel the right way. But it feels good knowing that we have the pieces we need, to be able to compete on a nightly basis to win games. So it's just a matter of us, one, buying into, like I said, buying into the system, buying into bettering each other on a daily, creating that competition in camp. Because I think that carries over to the games. We create that competition in camp. We know that we're ready to go to war and go to battle with our teammate when it's time. So I think the camaraderie and the competition, the depth that we have, I think it's beneficial in so many ways.
Thanks.
Scott.
Hey, Brad, Scott Abraham, ABC7. Good to see you as always. Obviously, the whole vaccination debate, that's your personal choice, but this is probably not going to be the last time you're going to get asked these questions. Are you worried that this is going to be maybe a distraction for you, the team going forward, and how do you plan on handling this? Because obviously, in this COVID world, everybody wants to talk about the vaccination question.
Yeah. One, it won't be any pressure from me or from my teammates or anybody. Two, I don't think it'll be a distraction. We're here to play basketball and do that at the highest level. And, we have protocols and things in place to make sure that we're taken care of and we're tested, regularly. So, no, I think we're good.
I guess, do you understand, both sides of the coin, the perspective, because of this question and of this debate? Obviously, it's not an easy situation for you because you're a role model in the spotlight. I guess, do you understand, the whole thing, the whole picture?
Yeah, I have family. My mom and dad are vaccinated. My older brothers are vaccinated. My sister-in-law is vaccinated. I know I have people that are very close to me that are vaccinated, just as well as I have people that are close to me and related to me that are not. So it's a fine line. It's a personal choice between everybody. 100%. Like, I understand both sides of it. Like, I understand that there is a percentage of people who can get very sick. I didn't get sick. I didn't get sick at all. I lost my smell, but that was it for me. Everybody's going to react different. Everybody's going to take it differently. I mean, some people have bad reactions to the vaccine. Nobody likes to talk about that. And what happens if one of our players gets the vaccine and they can't play after that, or they have complications after that? Because there are cases like that, but I feel like we don't talk about those as heavily because they're so minute, maybe. But I mean, they are existent. So it's like I said before, we can talk all day about it. Everybody's going to have their own opinion. Everybody's going to have their own timing and comfort of when they feel like they want to meet those criteria or needs, or feel like they want to go through with getting the vaccine.
Appreciate it, Brad. Thank you.
No problem.
We have time for a couple more, Brady.
Hey, Brad, you talked about wanting to build that chemistry. Have you guys had any opportunity off the court to start building chemistry together?
For sure. I mean, I've hung out with a few guys. I've had a few guys over to my house, and we've hung out. We've gone out to eat. We actually have a team dinner tonight. So it's just we seldomly we do things. Went to the Giants Washington game a couple weeks ago. So we just do little things to kind of build it up. And Coach wanted us all here, after Labor Day, and everybody's commitment to doing that was great, and be able to have everybody buy into that, that's always a good sign. And obviously we'll have the year to continue to build that up, but so far we've done a pretty solid job of that.
My last question is, Can you just share some of your personal goals with us this season?
Ooh, always get better. Always get better. But what is that? I don't have numbers, honestly. It's just I was just continue to push yourself, continue to be better, be a better team. I want to win. I want to win the right way and do it here. And I think we have enough, so it's just we have to get it done and continue to push and do that. So I know I'll push myself. I hold myself to a high standard. I criticize myself more than anybody. So I know I'll be ready to go. I just have to make sure that my team is locked in and we're ready to go on a nightly basis.
Thanks, Brad.
Yeah.
Last question, Quentin.
Good, B.
Q.
Would you say this offseason is the most you've played 5-on-5 in your 10 off seasons or so in the league? And if so, why did you decide to really go all out with like 5-on-5 basketball? Because I remember like talking back a few years ago, you said you're not really into off-season basketball and stuff like that. You're more like in the gym working your own grind.
I would say, I want to say no, but I have to say yes because of USA basketball. But I would say no on a like I still didn't play a lot of pickup this summer. Like the videos, I might have played 2 or 3 games of pickup this summer. Like, and then when we came, obviously here in DC, we played a little bit too, but it wasn't a lot. It still isn't a lot. Like I don't. That's a tough one because a lot of nasty and crazy things happen in the summer, freak injuries and stuff like that. So we always try to avoid those things. But when you have competitive guys, who go hard and know how to play the game, you want to get out there. You get out there and compete. So I definitely have my moments, and that helps you get in shape because you can't, like, you sprinting is not going to get you in shape. Like actually guarding somebody, running through screens, they get you in proper game shape. So doing a little bit of that in the summer helps, and it kind of gives you a feel for where your game is too. So those are my reasons of utilizing it.
And forgive me if I didn't hear this as in the arena, but there was a report that came out this morning that Russell Westbrook tried to get you to also ask out of DC in that trade. Would you like to comment on that or clear anything up or deaden that?
Oh, I really want to dead it, but this happens every year. You guys know that. Like every players are going to talk, and Russ decided he was going to do what's best for him and his family. And I wasn't there. I wasn't in the same headspace he was. So it was a respectable decision. It wasn't like, oh man, after that, or you want like, no, I love Russ to death. Russ, like we had a great conversation leading up to it. Many of great conversations leading up to it. And he made a decision that was best for him. It was definitely, we were in a place of limbo for a minute. We didn't have a coach. We didn't know what was going on. Like it was definitely, it was a little rocky, so him going into his 14th year, he's looking like his time is ticking. So he wants to, be on the championship contending team now. And I respected that. Like, I'm not sitting there saying we may be holding up the Larry. Like, yeah, we made some great moves. We made a lot of great moves. But he made the decision that was best for him. So I respected it. I'm happy for him. He gets to spend his career, hopefully finish his career in LA, where it's his hometown. But yeah, we had good convos, and I'll keep them between us. But more or less, he's there and I'm here.